And welcome back to another attractive video on my YouTube channel. And in this one I'm going to be talking about what is a UML case diagram. So you use UML case diagrams first of all, before you create an application in the kind of the planning phase, and you use UML case diagram to show off what kind of use cases are there in your app and who will interact with your app. A use case diagram, here as I've written the definition, is at its simplest is just a representation of a user's interaction with the system that shows the relationships between the user and the different use cases in which the user is involved. So when we are talking about what is a UML case diagram, it's a must-know thing to know about what are systems, actors, use cases, and relationships. And these are not your typical type of relationships with your girlfriend, and not actors in Hollywood movies, but these are just terms you will find when we are talking about use case UML case diagram, because those are the elements, the building blocks of every UML case diagram. So first of all, what are systems? Or let me just first of all show you an actual example of what a UML case diagram looks like. Because I'm such a professional guy on YouTube, I'm going to be showing you here the example of some apps I found, or some images I found while I Google searched. Because I'm so professional, I'm going to be showing you some images from Google. Hopefully this is allowed. And here are some examples of what is a UML case diagram. And if you remember, you probably do because I've just said it, that in a UML case diagram we're talking about systems, actors, use cases, and relationships. So in this example, a system, by the way, a system can be a web app, a database, etc. So a system is, as the name suggests, in this case, an online shopping system. So this is probably, I'm guessing, a web app, and it can be other things, as I said. It can be a database, etc. Usually you have just one big block that represents your app, and that is usually you will have only one system in your UML case diagram. And the next thing is actors. Actors in this example are only these stickers, or they're not. Actors in these examples are this customer, this PayPal, credit card payment service, etc. So actors, let's see if I have the definition. So actors are just people or other objects or things or whatever that interact with the system. So this is a very good example, because we have people, we have a person, a customer, and you don't want to call this Jack or John or whatever. You want to keep things categorical, so customer is a good name for an actor. So PayPal, once again, is an actor, and as you can see, it interacts with your system, with your app. So then we have in this example other things such as credit payment service. So as you can see, as I said in the definition, actors can be people, but can be other things such as somewhat of a systems again, or other type of actor can be also a bank, etc. So what are use cases? This is a very important one, and I probably should have said it first, but so a use case is a specific situation in which a product or service could be potentially used. So that's basically the definition of a use case. Now it should be pretty It's pretty self-explanatory from the name. It says use case. So that's basically a situation or a case where a system is used, or as in the definition, a product or service. But it's more of a system when we are talking about UML case diagram. In this example, we have this system, basically the online shopping system, and it has system even in the name. Wow, I did actually just realize that. In this example, we have 4 use cases, and I guess you only write use cases inside the system. In this example, we have 4 use cases, as you can see. There are these circles that we have, or they're not circles, but they're more like an X. And you write use cases inside the system, which is this box, which is the online shopping system, because of course use cases are only referred to the app or the system inside. So you may use this system to view items because it's online shopping, and what you may do, other use case for this web app, is to make a purchase, also to complete checkout. So basically you can pay inside, because it's online shopping, you can pay inside this app, and also you can log in, log out, etc. So just so you can save items in your shopping cart, etc. Actually, there is no use case for a shopping chart, or so I guess there isn't such a functionality. So that's basically use case, and relationships are very simple, and that's probably why I didn't even type a definition, because I didn't know how to define them. Relationships are basically these lines that connect the actors, the use cases, and etc. So basically, if this actor can view items, you can connect it, or you need to connect it with a relationship. And you show relationships just like this, with a line. So now for the second part of this video, I'm going to explain this reminders app use case diagram that's created for my reminders app that I've developed. So here I'm going to show you my reminders app. Here's the app coded by myself, and I'm going to run the app and go inside my browser on a localhost 5000, and if I wait for this server to start running. So here's the app. It's just to warn you, this app is not designed at all. I only focused on the functionality, so it's pretty ugly at the moment, and it will probably stay ugly because I don't want to design it. I actually didn't design it at all, because I only focused on the functionality part. So the server has started running. If I refresh, this is the app. So it's mostly a blank page, and it has a home and about page. So this is the home page, and then we have an about page which is pretty lifeless. And then actually I was logged in, but let's keep me logged out. And this is the app. There's a button that says account, and you can of course sign in. Then if you're not registered, you need to register, or you can sign in with Google, and then you choose your account to sign in with Google. And register and sign in are basically the same button, but because people are used to having both buttons, I wanted to keep them there. and I don't know why this app is so slow. So I had a bit of a problem with my app. I refreshed something, made some changes, and now let's try to join, or let's try to register or sign in. Let's choose my account or some of my account, and now I'm logged in, even though I probably should have added some sort of pop-up that I'm logged in, just so the user knows. And if we now go to account, again this button, there are not many buttons, so it's a very simple app. And there's this linked reminders. If I go inside the reminders, I should get the reminders here, but because I don't have any, I can add a reminder, and let's call it reminder 1. Let's click save reminder, and there we go, we have added our first reminder. We could add in a second reminder, and of course call it reminder 2 because it's common sense. Click save reminder, and there we go. So basically in my app you can go to the home page, go to the about page. So now I'm telling you all of the functionalities that my app has. Basically you can go to the home page, you can go to the about page, you can go to the reminders page, and you can add in reminders, and you can also, if you click on this button, you can delete reminders. And that's basically it. It's a very simple app. Now I'm going to explain you the UML case diagram that I've created for my app. So as you saw, you can log in with Google. That's why I have this use case, login with Google. And the only actor that interacts with my app is a user. There is of course a database, but because we are not interacting with the database directly, but it's sort of inside my app. It's hidden, per se. That's why I didn't make an actor outside. That's because I didn't create a database as a separate actor. So there's a login with Google, and I'll explain this include and extend later. So what you can also do is add in a reminder, and you do that by going into the reminders page and then adding a reminder. Then what you can do is delete a reminder by going at this edit button and then just clicking delete. You get this confirmation pop-up, and if you click delete, it gets deleted. Also what you can do is go to the home page and about page. So basically that's my very simple use case diagram, and let's not forget to explain this include and extend cases. Basically these are also called use cases just like this one, but they have sort of a different connection with this login. So you connect a use cases with this include relationship if you have sort of a base case and a second case where that gets executed if this base case gets executed. So every time you log in, you get your account verified by Google. I mean, there's a check in the background if your account exists, and I'm going to be showing you that in just a second. If I log in and sort of go into sign in and click sign in with Google, see now I'm logging in. So basically I'm doing this use case in my app, and now if I let's say log in with this account, what Google is now doing is verifying my Google account, and if I have my account, I get logged in my app. And that's for the include relationship. And now I have the extend relationship, which actually means this is sort of this relationships actually represents that this case is optional. So It's not executed every time this case is executed. This case displaying login error is only executed when you don't have a Google account and you want to log in with, or you, let's say, want to log in with some wrong credentials. So that's basically use case diagram. Thank you for watching and peace out.